Hi, I'm Hannah Volger, and I'm the Executive Director of Pulaski County Imagination Library. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what we do and why we do it. We believe that every child deserves an opportunity for educational success, but we know that not all kids get that. And I'm here in front of my daughter's bookcase tonight to highlight an important statistic that kind of helps guide our work and how we approach things. In middle and higher income families, children have an average of 13 books to read in their home. And in lower income families, that number drops to 1 book for every 300 children. Now, why does this matter? Why do we care that not every kid has as many books as my daughter has? And let's face it, she has more than this, but these are just her favorites. But yeah, why does that matter? Well, it matters because the single most important factor in a child's reading score is actually the number of books in their home. The more books you have, the better your reading score is. It is more important than socioeconomic status. It's more important than where you live. It's more important than the educational attainment of your own parents or the people you live with. It's actually more important than if somebody reads to you. And so it really matters the number of books that we have in a home in terms of a kid's ability to succeed educationally and later in life. And the most important factor in educational success in general is just introduction to books and if you're read to. But you can't be read to if you don't have books. And children who are read to just 3 times a week are twice as likely to score in the top 25% of reading scores. But again, you can't read to kids if you don't have books in your home to read to them. And how do we do that, right? That all sounds great. Like, let's just get books in kids' homes and let's read to them and kids will do much better in their education. But how do we do that? Well, that's where we come in at Pulaski County Imagination Library and like other Imagination Library affiliates all over the world. We mail one high-quality, educationally appropriate, age-appropriate book to children until they turn 5 years old. So whenever a kid registers, which they can do at birth, we mail them 1 book every month. They can have up to 60 books in their own personal library by the time they turn 5 years old, which is typically when kids start kindergarten. And this is important as well. Why 5 years old? Well, 90% of a child's brain development actually occurs before they turn 5. And yet we don't start formal schooling very often until a kid turns 5 years old. And we put 90% of our educational dollars into after a kid turns 5. But we've ignored what happens for those first 5 years of their life. So we're trying to fill that gap in helping learn pre-literacy skills and helping kids get kindergarten ready so that they are more likely to be on a grade level reading when they're older, more likely to graduate from high school, more likely to succeed in life. And that sounds like a big stretch, right? But it really isn't when you think about those statistics. What is the single most important factor in a child's reading score? And it is the number of books in a home. So how do we do this? Well, we have mailed over 65,000 books just this year alone to date. And during the lifetime of our organization, which is just a little bit over 2 years, we've mailed almost 150,000 books just to kids here in Pulaski County. We do that through a partnership with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. And we are able to buy and mail books for just $2.10 per book, which is pretty amazing. If you've bought any kids' books lately, you know that they're nowhere near that inexpensive. Right now, also, we are obviously facing the COVID-19 pandemic. We feel like it is more important than ever to get books into kids' homes. They no longer have that access at school or in libraries. And as we face school reopening this fall with a number of children most likely not returning to their classrooms, not returning to their pre-K programs, we know that now it is literally the most important time in our history to make sure that we're able to do that. But with over 8,000 kids served every month, we have to raise over $16,000 a month just to mail books to the kids we already have registered. And so we really need your help. We do. We hope that you'll consider our application. We believe that our children deserve this opportunity, and we know that now is a time that is more important than ever that kids have access to these books that can literally change their lives. So thank you for the opportunity to apply. Thank you for your attention, and we hope that you'll consider funding our children's future. Thank you.